It's war.
His eyes opened, sealing, blurry as the double vision cleared. Who the fuck am I? He thought. Where the fuck am I? Slowly, the memories filled in the gaps like dotted lines. The first drink. I only wanted one drink. No, wait, I only stopped in for a club sandwich. At least that's what he told himself. One draft beer. That set off a whole chain of events. Yes, one beer became two beers. Eventually, after 5 pints, it was time for a couple double shots of Maker's Mark. After a negotiation with one of the local tavern's regulars, he scored a ball of some mediocre, pretty shitty cocaine. Yes, that's right, he said, standing up. But whose damn house is this? And how did I make it through the night with no weed? Reaching in his pocket, he found a fresh, new bag of Primo Buds. Well, damn, he said out loud with a shit-eating grin on his face. His moment of joy was shattered by a headache that could only be described as an axe buried in his forehead, coupled with a severe variety of the flu. Putting his shoes on, he hit the street, slamming the door behind him, the sun blinding him with malicious intent. Where the fuck am I indeed? He located his car parked halfway on the sidewalk, halfway on the road. Turning the key, the brutal onslaught of grindcore death metal blasted through his sensitive, hangover-induced ears. Quickly turning the volume down, it became painfully apparent that today's plans have once again been canceled. The worst part is he once again had to make excuses to himself for why he can't accomplish all the goals he had set for himself the previous day, the day before he went for a turkey bacon club sandwich and an ice-cold lager draft after work. This day did not deserve the term today. This was the day after. So that was the day after. That's a short story I wrote, probably a couple years ago, actually. Very, very good material. It just kind of flowed right out of me. I've tried writing shit before where it's like I can't get anywhere, and usually it's some stupid fucking something you're supposed to do, or like back in school when you tried to write. It's fucking retarded, man. They tell you what to write. Fuck, you gonna tell me what to write? Although in English class I did we were supposed to write a book or a fucking whatever, a report, a book report on the Old Man and the Sea, right? It's this fucking book. The title says it all. That's all that happens. There's an old man in the sea and he's trying to catch this fucking fish, and he won't give in. No matter how fucking horrible it gets. And I wrote my story from the perspective of the fish. Like, who is this motherfucker? I can't believe he's still trying to catch me and all this and that. And my teacher had told me that was the best story out of the class, except my grammar sucked, so I didn't actually get a good grade on it. But yes, so that was really awesome, you know. And it's just I have problems with stuff like that, like art class. They tell you what to draw. That doesn't make sense to me. And they have like this time period they did it like this, and this time, you know, da 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 da. And it's like, why don't I do it the way I want to do it? So sometime in the future they can say at this time, blah 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 blah. Everyone was copying Double A style because he was the fucking shit, and he cut his ear off. So I get it though. It's nice to learn that shit. Why start fresh on everything, especially when it comes to like philosophers and psychologists and, you know, all these like people you can find now that you can listen to, and they talk about some shit you didn't like Alan Watts. Listen to that fucking guy, and you'll be like, oh my god, I never thought of it that way. You know, fucking that guy is a good starting point if your life is just fucking in crisis and you don't know how to fuck to operate and how to fuck to think. You go listen to some motherfucking Alan Watts, man. I'm telling you that. You know. So my point is, it's okay to be influenced, and maybe good to gather some of that influence, so you're not just starting from fucking scratch. But I guess all I'm saying is I didn't like being told what the fuck to do when I was trying to create shit. And I wrote that fucking story the day after, and it fucking flowed out of me like nothing else, man. One morning, I think I'm going to assume I was hungover, although I don't remember the morning that it was. So. Did a lot of mushrooms back then. Could have had some fucking inspiration by the shroom gods. So I've done so many mushrooms that I started to believe in the shroom gods, and you won't talk me out of it. So that's a whole thing. What's up, Kanga? You trying to get in on this shit? Let's hear meow from you. Now she don't want to do it. So you ever hear those fucking people that you're like, this person's done too much acid. Look at the fucking bullshit they're saying. Well, I'm that guy if you're going to ask me about the shroom gods. But I'd rather just not discuss that because that's my fucking shit to think about. All right, fuck it. Let's discuss it. The shroom gods, man. I would eat these fucking. So I had access to a whole ton of fucking mushrooms from some guy that grew them. And when you grow them, they all fucking. I don't know. He said they all fucking grow at the same time. And you got them coming out your ears and you can't fucking. Excuse me. Rolling Rock, motherfuckers. So they grow all at the same time, and you can't even get rid of them that fast. And they're not that easy to get rid of because people don't get addicted to shrooms. So it's not like they're constantly. They get tired of them because they're stressful, man. They're emotionally stressful. But anyway, so they oh yeah, so I was selling these fucking quarter pounds of mushrooms to fucking weed dealers because I'm like, here, take this shit. Even if you don't sell it, you'll be that guy that has the fucking dude. We got to go to this one guy, man. Like, he's got shrooms, he's got weed, he's got carts, he's got dabs. You'll be that guy, even if you don't sell them. And you will sell them. So I was doing that. And that's the only way I knew how to fucking get rid of these things for this motherfucker. But people, because, like I said, people get sick of them because they're fucking stressful. You can't do them all the time. So I ended up they stopped buying them, so I had a fucking quarter pound of mushrooms sitting in my goddamn closet. And so every now and then I'd take a little bit out, just eat like one piece. And then the next time I'd go, I'm going to eat a half a gram. Then the next time it's 1 gram. So then basically I kicked my doses up to like 5 grams. 5 grams a pop. And I was doing it probably at least once a week. Went through all these fucking shrooms. And so what happened to me is like, I'm pretty much bouncing back and forth. Like there's a lot of evidence to me in my head that it seems like it's your subconscious is just kind of coming out in the open, because of a lot of, I can't explain it all, but that's probably what it is. But there's this other theory that I had going on about the shroom gods. I actually don't have a theory about it. I just experienced it. I would love to tell you I don't believe in fucking shroom gods, but I noticed this autocorrect system. When I would eat these shrooms, I'd have certain thoughts that were neurotic and made no sense, and it would like paralyze me. I wouldn't be able to fucking move. And then I'd adjust that, and I'd be fine again. And this started happening a lot. This like autocorrect shit. So if I was thinking something really fucking stupid that made no sense, like some lie you tell yourself, something like that, it would fuck with me. I wouldn't be able to go. I wouldn't be able to move past it till I corrected it. That's a good way to put it. And I don't feel like it was me that was not letting me fucking get past it till I figured it out. It felt like it was something else. So I don't really the explanation of the shroom gods. That's what it is to me. They're not cans today. They're bottles. Old Double A got some money in his pocket. Actually, I was walking down to the beer store, third base. Right now, my license is suspended, and I am still not willing to discuss that fucking bullshit. But I'm walking to the fucking third base because for whatever reason, I never even got like an ID after my license was suspended. So I can't go to fucking Rudders or Sheets. I can go to the actual bar because they know me, and I can go to third base, and I can walk to third base. So going there to get my beer. There's Kanga, meowing a little bit, and I'm like drinking too much Bush beer lately, so I'm like, give me a 12-pack of Rolling Rock. We don't got a 12-pack of Rolling Rock. You can have 2 6-packs of bottles, even though it was like fucking $18 instead of goddamn like $11 or whatever. I said, I don't fucking care. Just give me this shit and I will leave. Because I didn't fucking care. So right now, I'm drinking like a rich man. Bottles. Motherfucking bottles. And then so I'm well, here's the story. The guy at the counter, I swear he was like fucking twitching and saying weird shit here and there. Ringing me up and like the one dude that works there's like, are you okay, man? Yeah, I'm fine. Why? Because you're making noises and weird shit like that. So I actually felt really comfortable in there because I don't know. I was like, I go in there and I just feel nervous a little bit for some reason. There's some kind of tension there when I go to get my beer. Maybe it's because I can never decide. I'm always trying to pick the beer, and at the same time, there's all these people talking about this and that. And I'm like, do I want chicken? I really like their chicken, but I have food. There's too much going on. But that guy being that weird made me feel comfortable, like nothing I did mattered. I could be as fucking weird as I want. And then I'm walking home from there, and this fucking grimy looking old lady's like wobbling over. You got a cell phone? You got a phone? You got a phone I could use? I'm like, no, I don't got a phone. I actually didn't have a phone. It was on the charger, but I would have said the same damn shit if I had a phone. And then she started complaining, bitching to me, like, well, then I'm just going to have to walk the whole way over to blah, 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 to use a phone. And I'm like, ma'am, I already paid $18 for the fucking Rolling Rock. All right. I don't need this shit right now. Okay. Fucking 20-minute walk round trip to get this shit. I didn't fucking want to do it. I don't have a fucking license. Or I would have just fucking. I'll tell you the damn license story. It just makes me so mad and it's not very exciting. But I was driving to work. I guess I had a fine in the mail. I didn't pay, so I had a warrant for not paying the fine. And then for not, whatever the fuck, eventually they suspended my license. Um, just, for me not being organized. And I'm driving to work and I get pulled over. And the cop's like, I got pulled. I work right next to a fucking magistrate or whatever. And I got pulled over in the work parking lot. I mean, I didn't, my music was banging pretty loud. I didn't hear the siren or anything like that or see the lights. So I parked in at work and then I turn around. I'm like, holy fuck, there's a fucking cop. get back in the car, sir. Like, okay. I gotta clock in here. Gotta clock in here pretty quickly so we could get this fucking shit rolling. And then he walked up to the car and I'm like, dude, can we just take care of this fucking tomorrow, man? I gotta go to work. No. Blah, 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 blah. Gives me the shit driving under suspension 1 year. Lose my license for a fucking year for not opening my mail. So that's a fucking pretty lame story, and it's pretty agitating, you know. If I was the cop, I would have been like, hey man, look, I'm not sure you're aware, but your license has been suspended. Maybe perhaps leave your car here and take care of this shit and do not drive home. That's not what this cop was like. You can't force everyone to be like you, I suppose. So he popped me with driving under suspension, and now I have no license for a fucking year. A fucking year, man. Was no alcohol involved. No nothing. It wasn't like I was driving to work. I was at fucking work. Fucking man working and like I work a lot too. It's not like I'm a fucking just 40-hour week type shit. I got a mortgage. I live alone. There's no fucking support system to drive me around all the place. Now I got basically the point I'm making is this dude's trying to fuck with the economy. He's fucking up the local economy. There's actual crime. There's actual crime here in York City. Why don't you fuck with that shit? Every day I see these cops pulling people over left and right. Normal fucking people driving to work and shit. Right out in the fucking zero crime area, the fucking highway. You know what I mean? Like, why don't you fuck around with York City? It's very close to where you're at. And there's people selling heroin and crack and shooting motherfuckers. I'm sure there's probably also like some nice people with sweater vests on reading books. Oh, did you read this one? This was a good read. I'm sure those people exist in the city. And but they need your help. They need your help. They hear the gunshots outside. Fucking terror. The nightmares. The drugs. Drugs is a form of currency in the city, but it causes all kinds of fucking problems. You get the fucking crazies out at night. The fucking crazies. So, but instead of wanting, because look, if I was a cop, I'd be too damn chicken shit to go deal with that shit. I'd be pulling over motherfuckers driving to work for some stupid little traffic violation, you know, some technicality where I can be like, hey, got you on that one. Oh, damn, you did. You got me on that one. Fuck. You know, I honestly would not want to fucking deal with actual crime. You know, that's why I'm not a fucking cop. I make fucking plastic bottles for a living. That's a moral issue right there, but I got too much going on in my head to fucking discuss the whole plastic bottle shit. But my point is, I don't do that fucking job because I'm too fucking pussy to do that job. So why are you fucking doing it? Motherfucker. And it's like, I don't know how to put it. They have such an important job and they focus on the parts of it that are so fucking petty. And I think maybe they have like, they go to their police station and the boss is like, guys, numbers are down. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care if you got to pull over people going to work. I don't care if you got to pull over people at fucking work. Pull over, motherfuckers, and get some fucking money. Now, or we're going to have to shut down the department. That's what I imagine. I don't imagine some guy being like, yo, we got fucking crack cocaine, and we got heroin, and we got guns. So we got problems. Because if he was saying that, I don't think yours truly would be without a license right now. So, so every day now, I either got to rely on somebody to get to and from work or call fucking Uber. I don't want either one of them, but I really don't want to rely on someone because I got this fucking complex in my head. I don't fucking need shit from you. I don't need shit. I got this. I got that thing going on. So I'll get an Uber a lot of the time, but usually someone at work will drive me home. It's a fucking person from work. There's a bond there. And if I can find one that lives near me too, I could use like a pool of different people, not irritate one too many. Like, could you drive me home? Could you drive me home? I better flip flop to this one. Could you drive me home? Shit, now I better rely on a friend outside of work for a couple of days. That's the shit I gotta start to fucking think about. Because I didn't open my goddamn mail. I didn't open my fucking mail. They gotta get trash like me off the fucking streets. I'm telling you this, guys. We get too many people not opening their fucking mail, and it's gonna be fucking anarchy, man. We're gonna overthrow the entire system. You motherfuckers not opening your mail, I swear to fucking God. You know what I mean? There's kids in Ethiopia without fucking mail. What are they fucking opening? Yeah, that's right, you ungrateful little fucking bastards. Shit. So, so we gotta be opening our mail. So that's like, I could really just take instead of being all huffy puffy about the situation, I could actually just say, hey man, what did you do that you could have done different? Let's start with opening your fucking mail. It's a pretty standard thing that someone would do. All right, why is it so standard for someone to do? Because of shit like this. So why don't you just open your mail, take care of your shit, and you won't have these fucking issues? So I could look at it that too. I could look at it that way too. Smoke another one, pal. Yeah. So, and that's like a lot of life situations, man. You look at it how you fucking choose to look at it. There's not really one um, one absolute way to look at it. There's not one reality. There's however you want to fucking make it. So basically, no matter what happens to you, you get to decide how it affects you, and you get to decide how you look at it. And you can look at things as fucking like you have a serious crisis in your life, some shit that just completely destroys you. Then what happens? You know what I mean? I bet you didn't want that shit to happen. But when you look at it and you're in that fucking position and your whole life's been shattered, guess what you get to do? You get to build a fucking new one. And without shit like that happening to you, there's no fucking building. Without these types of situations, you don't learn shit, and you don't have any character, and you're not like a legitimate, like a legitimate person. I don't know what I mean to say, but that shit is some of the worst shit to ever happen to you is some of the best shit to ever happen to you. You know, because it makes you you. Everything that's ever happened. So, when I think about fucking neighbors are yelling at each other, they're probably like, "This dude's fucking talking too quiet in here, man. He needs to get some more Rolling Rocks in him." No, they are. They're fucking doing that yelly shit, or they're like flipping out on their kids. Why don't you listen to me? You fucking do as I say. Get the fuck back in there. That's probably why they're not listening to you. I don't listen to people that talk to me like that. Or maybe they're just some fucking natural born psychopath child. You know. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. I was talking about you get to look at shit however you want. So the worst things to happen to you, you get to turn them around and look at them as the best things to ever happen to you. And that is some crazy fucking superpower. That's like some X-Men shit. Double A, the X-Men has the power to turn fucked up horrible shit into awesomeness. You know? But you can do that shit, man. And that's what I've learned in my fucking life, for what it's worth. I learned basically until you do that shit, you're fucked, man. Like you can look at the worst, you can get the worst out of everything, and you've met those fucking people, and they don't try it. It's just everything is fucking horrible and negative, and the whole world's out to get them, and they hate everything. It's like I don't know really how to describe it, but they're looking at shit wrong. All right, all this shit that what I'm trying to say is this shit's in your head. It's not your circumstances that will fuck up your life. It's the way you look at them that will fuck up your life. You know, um, you could have way different outtakes and philosophies about life, leading the same fucking life. It just depends what you want to do and how you want to see it. And when you're in pain and you're hurting, it's kind of hard to understand this system I'm laying out. And it's like, I don't know, maybe you don't get to fucking just choose every time shit happens, but you get to ultimately choose. Like if you keep going in one horrible direction, it's going to get bad. It's going to get real bad. I've seen people get so bitter. You see this a lot with people. A lot of my friends that are single. Women are fucking crazy, man. They're all fucking crazy. Yeah, they're all crazy. I bet. I bet all of them are fucking crazy. But they're different people. They're different. Women generally have different ways of going about things than men. But you're picking at individual people and painting them as this big wide picture of that's how they all are. And these same people will talk about the fucking there's one thing that happened to them in their fucking 20s, and they're complaining about that bitch for fucking ever. And you were just trying to fucking ask if you wanted to order pizza for lunch. It's like, I didn't need all this fucking information, you know? And I don't like that, because I know that I was that person at least for a period of time, because I've had some interesting relationships, I'll say. And on a serious note, having really fucked up relationship. I don't want to go into details, but you could get fucking resentful and angry and hateful. You can go down that path, and that's not fucking a path that you want to go down. It's just you're just tearing years of your life off for no fucking reason at all. It don't fucking hurt her. You know what I mean? Like, she don't fucking feel it. You do. And a lot of times these people, like, if you're in a relationship and she does some fucking horrific thing to you, and it's obviously wrong, and it's obviously like the thing that fucking ended it all, or whatever the fuck the story, however the story goes, because you're always gonna hear the person's story that's telling it. But even still, let's say she did this fucking horrible thing to you that traumatized you. Do you really think that her main objective in life was to seek you out, torture you, chew you up, spit you out, and then delight in your agony. From the time she was born, that was her goal. She went to school for it. You know what I mean? Like as a little girl, she dreamed about it. I want to fuck somebody up. I want to be that. What's that song? Oh my god. Oh my god. She's a man eater. Da, 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 da. Anyway, you know that song. Like I want to be that person. I really don't think so. You know, people fuck up and do dumb shit. I used to fucking blow up people's mailboxes when I was a kid. You know, what would you feel like you're walking out to your mailbox that's been blown up by a fucking. We used to put these. It was like tinfoil and some other fucking chemical in a fucking plastic bottle and blow up. Anyway, you're walking out to your mailbox. Are you gonna be like talking for years later to somebody? This fucking person. All kids do is blow up mailboxes. That's all kids fucking do. They're all mailbox blower uppers. You know, does that seem like I've never heard that honestly from somebody? So you know, you gotta understand that shit. People do shit that's fucking wrong, and people do shit that's fucking right, according to you. And that's that's pretty much. I guess. I guess. I'm gonna fucking. I guess I'm gonna fucking end the show. So when I've had a couple Rolling Rocks, so I feel like when I wake up tomorrow, it may be just maybe the day after. And I only wanted a turkey bacon club sandwich. I swear to God, motherfucker. All right. I'm probably going to have at least a couple more beers and pass out. May you guys do the same.